everyone. So we're going to be using a couple of yang movements. Yeah, I'm just playing some music just gently in the background. So we're going to be working on some yang movements. I think I may have told you several times. There is a nice beginner program called Yang Style. Sometimes they call it 8, 9, or 10. So I'll be pulling some movements from that, which is a very popular beginner type program. So let's begin with our intentional enhancements, because part of well-rounded Tai Chi practice includes bringing your breath into the practice, becoming mindful, just letting everything just go, and working on posture. Posture is so important to be able to improve our health with. So let's begin with the feet about hip distance apart. And we're going to begin with kind of doing a little postural sway first. So that way we can kind of just gently move back and forth, just so you can kind of feel how your body reacts. And then we're going to do some postural enhancements, so that way you can feel the difference. So just let your feet and hands just kind of open up, work those toes a little bit, kind of feel them.
Susan, could I chime in?
Yes.
So myself, I'm dealing a little bit with an attack today, and I don't know if others are, but it's a little bit hard to hear you through the music. It's a little overstimulating.
Okay.
I think
agree
if we
with
were in
her.
the same room, it would be different, but
Okay.
because
And it's also the style is enhancing my migraine.
Oh, the music? Okay, well, I'll just turn it off.
thank you.
Sorry about that. I didn't realize it was, I thought it was just on my phone. It was kind of more in the background. So
I think the mic was picking it up a lot more.
got it. Okay, no problem. Sorry about that, folks. All right, so let's see, where were we? Let's go back to the hands and the feet. So let's kind of just stretch out the hands and the feet, so we kind of get rid of some of that tension in the forearm and in the ankle and in the calf. Just letting it go. Just thinking about kind of crunching it up and letting it go. This is called also progressive muscle relaxation. That can also help depending on where you might have some tension, which of course with migraines would be more in the head and facial area. And just let those hands just relax. Let those feet almost feel like they're rooted to the ground. And let's bring your attention up to the top of the head. Let's feel that your head and neck are gently lengthening up towards the heavens, almost like a balloon, gently swaying and moving up. So you almost feel like you're separating your cervical vertebrae. So just allowing that to lift and stretch. So you feel the top of the head, which is called the Bay Way, is lengthening up towards the heavens, while the hands and the feet are rooting you to the ground. And then at the top of the head, let's do a little progressive muscle relaxation. So feeling the scalp muscles, allowing them to relax. Moving down a little bit to the forehead and the eyebrows. Just feeling that sense of releasing any tension that might be in that area, while still feeling the feet grounded. And then moving down to the eyes. I actually experienced an ocular migraine over the weekend. Hadn't had one for a long time, but a lot of stress related. So it's important to let the eyes relax. So soften your gaze. If you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes, that's okay. But allow your gaze to soften. That in and of itself will help the eye muscles relax, because they're constantly moving. And allow the breath, just notice your breath. So as we go through the different parts of the body, just allow yourself to inhale and exhale nice and gently. And then bring your attention to the muscles, the cheeks, the jaw, and those up to the ears. So you feel that the facial muscles are relaxing. Because many times we carry a lot of tension in the head and the neck. And so that may help to contribute to your migraine. So just allowing, feeling like from the top of the head down is just kind of relaxing.
Susan,
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but there's a couple people still messaging or saying that there might be some background noise that's really, I don't know if it's coming from your screen or
Okay. All right. Well, I think I may have something, but it's like in the other part of the house. So let me just go turn
we're
that.
like superheroes with our hearing. So
I guess so. All right. Hold on, please.
yeah.
Whatever it was, it's gone now, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live in a tri-level townhome, so that was like I thought really kind of far away, but apparently not. So again, I apologize, folks. I'll make sure nothing is on at all when we go through this.
Perfect. Thank you so much,
Of
Susan.
course, no, and I apologize again.
That's okay.
So let's go back to, and if you put the tongue to the roof of the mouth, there's a meeting point there for our energy meridians. So by putting the tongue to the roof of the mouth, it also helps to lengthen the neck, and it also helps to balance the neck muscles. So as we're moving down, cascading down, feeling that relaxation, top of the head, moving on down, feeling the whole face, the neck relax, and then bring your attention to the top of the shoulders, the upper back, top of the chest. We can carry a lot of tension up there too. So let's see if we can release some of that tension. So just lift up a bit. So you feel the muscles kind of contract a bit, and then let it go. Lift up, just a bit, and down. And remember, always go to the point of sensation, not to the point of pain. And down. Let's do that one more time. Up and down. So now you feel the shoulders are lengthening away from the head. The arms are moving down towards the ground. So let's loosen up the forearms too, because many times we can carry a lot of tension in the hands and the forearm, especially if we're on a computer, doing a lot of craft work, just doing a lot of things. The hands really like to direct a lot. So let's just let that lift up and lower. And just let the hands just flop. Try not to let the hands direct, just let them drop. And let's do one more, and just let those arms just relax down. So you may feel a little tingling in the hands. That's your chi, that's the better circulation. And then let's just kind of roll the arms in the shoulder joint ever so gently, as if you were in a pool of water and you're just trying to splash the water gently towards your hips. And you want to feel like the whole arm is just rotating gently in that shoulder joint, releasing tension, being therapeutic in that area, and just really addressing the smaller structures in there, just giving them a little gentle massage. Now let's go in reverse. We're going to kind of push this out and away, like we're trying to splash the water away. And breathe nice and deeply. And try not to use your shoulder muscles so much as you want to just feel the arm bone rolling in the shoulder joint. That's going to take a lot of stress out of the upper body, up the chest and shoulder muscles. And then allow the arms to just relax. You might feel that tingling in the arms. And now let's take this chi. We're going to gently lift up, gather the chi, and let it splash down the front of the body. And if you do have any tension in the shoulder, just let the arms come up so the elbow is about shoulder height, bend and down. And if you have a discrepancy, make sure your arms are equal. Because many times we try to lift up too much higher with the other side, and then that creates an imbalance. So remember, just going to the point of sensation is the intention of gathering this chi and sinking it in. So every cell of our body is enjoying feeling that chi energy flow. And let's do one more and down. Great. Now let's work on rotation or spiraling. Just let the elbows hang by your side. Let the shoulders drop down. And let the hands feel heavy, but they stay in place. And just let your body rotate gently from one side to the other. So you get that feeling that the body is steering the action. And just go nice and slow. You can engage that navel, pull it in a bit so you feel really come in contact. It's called proprioception, feeling those muscles, what's involved in that rotation. And that awareness is what makes the Tai Chi such a great practice. The more aware that we are, the better the outcome. And just gently moving from side to side. And then back to center and down. So letting the knees just soften. Let's just do a nice little circle in the hips, hip circles. And remembering that that in and of itself, that's that same little rotational motion that we did in the shoulder, but just keeping the posture, keeping the shoulders lifted, but relaxed, just letting that gentle roll. And let's go in reverse. Nice deep breathing. And then come back to center. Now we're going to gather the chi energy up and only bring the hands up as high as you can. If you can bring them up to your eye level, that's great because that's going to really help to pull this, any excess chi energy. Pull it out, let it go and down. Gathering up, it's called the fountain. Pull that chi energy across and down. Just imagine gathering beautiful, cool energy, chi energy from the earth and out. And let's do that a few more times. Up, breathing nice and deeply and out. And lifting up, out and down. Great job. So let's do one movement. One of the first movements in the Yang Style 9 is called Raising the Earth's Power. So we're just going to let the arms come up. Let the hands kind of float down like paintbrushes and let yourself sink. Inhaling up and down. And just try to let your elbows stay nice and low. Let the forearm come up. And if you feel comfortable lifting up a little bit, that's fine. If not, just feel that sensation of sinking, raising and sinking. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's do that again. Up and down. Good. Now let's work on rotation of the neck again, just trying to loosen up in that area. We're going to take one hand. You're going to watch that hand, try to keep the shoulders in place, and just gently move to about 50 to 70% of what you feel you can do. Let the fingers stay open. Let those hands cross in front, and then gently move to the other side. This will help prepare us for our cloud hands movement that we're going to do in a moment. Cloud hands really works the heart and the lung meridians, very calming and relaxing to do. And remember, just try not to go too fast Only go to the point of sensation, not to the point of pain, especially if you have anything going on with the neck, which many times can happen with migraines. And just breathe gently back and forth. And come back and down. Great. So the cloud hands movement looks like this. One hand is going to come up. We're going to take a step. Bottom hand kind of scoops across. And we take like 3 steps in one direction and just kind of move in the opposite direction. So let's work on the hand part to this first. Then we'll work on the leg part. And this is something that if you, and I know I've probably mentioned this before. Let me see if I can grab this here. The Harvard Medical School Guide to Tai Chi. This is my Bible. And I'll put it in the chat before I finish today. It's available on Amazon. And I'll tell you what, if you want to learn about Tai Chi, that is the book. I read that book all the time, and I just get so much wonderful information. Well, they also have YouTube videos, so you can practice some of the things. So I'm going to kind of pull something from one of their practice videos. So we do the cloud hands movement, like I did on the warm-up, where you just let the body do the movement. If I move and just let the hand just gently move up, but not force the hand. So let's just kind of do this part first, where you just feel and let that hand drop to the side. As you come up, just gently let it toss up and down. And just allow yourself to immerse in the practice. There's nothing more important at this moment than for you to do this practice, and every movement counts. Every time you free up your chi and let it flow, that makes a huge difference in your health. Now let's go to the other side. Let's bring this arm up and down. So as I move, I'm going to kind of look at that hand a bit and let that hand then drop. So I feel the body is kind of steering that action. And down. So this by itself is a very meditative process, very meditative practice, kind of just like a standalone qigong. And so remember, it's not all about twisting too far, just maybe about 45 degrees. Good. Now let's add the bottom arm. The bottom arm, this one is going to come up, this one is going to kind of scoop across. When we get to the side, then we switch arms. And just try to go as slow as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and switch. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's do one more. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. And so the leg movement, the reason why I like that movement in particular, crosses over the heart and lung meridians. It's very exceptionally relaxing, but it also has lateral movements. You know, so many times we do things forward, and it's always good to be able to move from side to side, to be able to maintain one of those activities of daily living. So what I'd like for you to do is, we did that postural sway in the beginning, forward and back, but let's do this from side to side. And notice how my upper body is kind of swaying, almost like a bamboo. So just kind of give yourself that opportunity. Just allow yourself to rock from side to side. Feet stay steady. The upper body is just gently swaying from side to side. And remember, only go as far as you comfortably can, especially if you are having a migraine and it may not always feel comfortable going from side to side, but try to allow the breath to guide you and relax you as you move from one side to the other. So then the stepping movement is, I'm going to just put the toe out and then shift the body weight, just like we did, come up off this toe, and then just gently step in. I'm going to shift the body weight to this side, step, and over. And then one more time, shift that body weight, tap that toe down, and come over. And then we'll go to the other side. So kind of wind up, step that foot, and just let yourself just kind of gently rock over. And breathe, inhale, and then exhale out. And just let yourself sway, just like we did in the beginning. And this is 3. Good. Now let's do that again. Let's go to the other side. We're going to sway and step. And breathe nice and deeply. Just feel like you're giving yourself a nice, comfortable little rocking action from side to side. Good. And then we're going to wind up and then go to the other side and step. And step. Good. That's 2. And then step and 3. Now let's put that all together. So this arm comes up. This one is here. I'm going to kind of shift my body weight and then step. And then shift the hands and just move the hands to that opposite side. I'm going to step and move. Good. And then just move again to that side. And one more time, step and move. And now we'll wind up and we'll go to the other side and step and step. Nice and slow. Remember, let the body do the motion. Let yourself just rock from side to side. Let the arms just gently move back and forth. That's 2. And let's do one more. And 3. And let's do that one more time. We're going to wind up and then step to that other side. I do this in the pool, and I can't tell you, I can feel the energy in the pool when I do it. It's just fantastic. And I can feel the resistance of the water makes it feel even better. This is the 3rd time. Let's wind up. And once again, and step. Nice deep breathing. Good. And we've got one more. Good. And then come back to center. So the other movement we'll do is called repulse the monkey. We won't do any back stepping, but it's supposed to help you really calm what they call the monkey mind. So, of course, with migraines, there can be so many thoughts going on. So this is a really good one to do for that. So it looks like this. I've got one hand turned up. The other hand is going to swing out. I'm going to gently look. And as I gather, I'm going to feel like I'm pulling chi towards my face and then push along the face, push along the arm, and then switch. So this arm turns out, this one goes down. I'm going to bring that close to my face. I like this one in particular too because you're gathering chi, and then let this arm come down, body switches, because you're gathering chi from the side and pushing it gently into the head and the neck and push. Inhaling up, gather, and just let your mind relax. Let the fingers relax and gather. Hand turn, let that body gently move, gently push past the face, out in front. And it's almost like you're taking this chi, putting in what you need, and then pushing away what you don't need, and out. Push. And one more time to the other side. Good. And let those arms come down and relax. So we'll do another movement that's called brush knee. So brush knee. We're going to come to a kind of a ball type setup where I'm going to kind of stretch the hand. I'm going to push. Okay, one hand is going to push out in front, the other one is going to come down. So I'm going to push and just kind of move gently back and forth as I kind of push over the leg and push out in front. And notice I'm not pushing hard. I'm keeping the posture. I'm just allowing my body to move back and forth, and the elbow stays slightly bent as I push. So I push, and then I brush across the leg. And just breathe nice and gently. And just think that you're pushing away any excess chi that you don't need and drawing some back that's nice and healthy. And notice the push, I happen to keep that right in the front over the chest. That's that martial arts component to the Tai Chi. And feeling, kind of gathering and feeling your opponent, because that's that hand-to-hand combat that we do. Good, let's do one more. Good, and let's bring that back. We're going to do another movement that's called bear swims upstream. It's a Qigong movement. So we want to take the hands, we want to push them out in front, gather behind, curl up, and push out in front. And let that chest open and expand, gather behind you, reach up in front. And remember, elbows stay soft, hands stay nice and relaxed. I love this one too. It's just so nice and relaxing, kind of makes you feel like you are swimming in water. And that's that sensation that we have when we do Tai Chi, that you're moving through a dense cloud, feeling the slight resistance of water as you go back. Pushing out in front, open the chest. So here's your opportunity to feel those shoulder blades, allowing that to push back, stretch. Nice deep breath. And last one, and let those arms relax down. Nice deep breath. You might feel that tingling little sensation, that chi in the arms. So let's make a chi ball. So here with the chi ball, notice how my hand is rounded, bottom hand is rounded as well. So there are energy areas in the hand as well as our dantians here. So when we do a movement like this, that really creates, there's a lot of chi energy here. So I want you to just take a stretch up and down. And see if you can detect when you come back. You want to feel almost like the top hand, the thumb lands in the sternum, and the pinky of the bottom hand goes by the navel. So you want to have a nice size, but see if you can feel that energetic connection. So as you inhale up, you feel the stretch, and as you come back, it helps you land right in that same place. You know, I've been doing this a lot, so I can feel, it's like boom, I can feel like from my thumb to my sternum and from my pinky to that belly button or that lower dantian. Now let's switch, and you might feel it better on one side than the other, depending on what's going on with your body. But let's do that same stretch. And see if you can feel some kind of a sensation in the hands. As you kind of test the water, you kind of stretch it out. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Good. Now, let's rotate that out. Let's switch to the side, just like we did with cloud hands when we get to the side. And then see if you can feel that energetic connection where you like look down and go, yeah, my thumb is lined up with my sternum. I feel that pinky, I can feel it. And then switch to the other side. And breathe nice and deeply, just like we call it embracing the moon or rolling that chi ball. And just try to let that, notice how my wrist is bent, fingers are bent. Switch, letting the elbow be relaxed below the shoulder. Let's do one more. And then back to center and down. So let's take this chi, we're going to gather it up. And remember, only go to the point that it feels comfortable for you. You don't want to put any tension in the shoulders. If you do bring the arms up, let the elbows just be maybe above the shoulder line and down. Doesn't have to be too high at all. Just enough so that you feel this chi energy is splashing all through you. And then let's bring the hands down into prayer pose. So let's take a moment to balance yin and yang. We're going to let one side go out, just like we did. Looks like repulse the monkey. But bring that hand here and let that thumb go right down the face. Let's go the other side. And we're going to do that a couple of times, help to really balance and calm the yin and the yang side. And down. Side. Down. Good, and once more. So let's keep our hands here in this prayer pose, allowing your shoulders to relax, feeling the postural adjustments that we made. Feel a little longer in the neck, a little more relaxed in the shoulders, the head, the face. This is meditation in motion. That's what we call Tai Chi. So as always, it's been my honor and pleasure to be your guide in this practice tonight and always. I thank you all for attending. It always is such a pleasure to see all of some familiar faces. And what happens here is this: no matter where we are, each and every one of us, like a drop in the ocean, is an important component to having that chi, positive chi energy radiate, not just for us, but from us, sending like this positive tsunami of positive, wonderful energy out to the world to help to try and balance it out, because boy, we sure could use it. So just think about that. You are an important drop in the bucket of the ocean of life, and each of us has something to contribute. So the light and the spirit and the energy in me so values, respects, and appreciates the light and the spirit and the energy in each and every one of you. Thank you for sharing your chi energy with us today. And that saying in Chinese is Ni Men Hao, connecting Jing, Shen, and Qi. And then take those hands, letting that chi energy radiate out to the world, or if there's someone that you know that needs a little extra TLC, just send that out to them. Whenever I have relatives or people I know that are hurting, I always send them a little chi energy. And then we take that same chi energy and bring it back to our own selves, because we also need some of that peace, that harmony, and that kindness and loving nurturing, especially when we have migraines and things like that. So thank you all so much again, and just let that chi flow. All right, well, thank you very much. So good to see all of you. I think I'm going to be back in November, so I'll look forward to seeing you all again, and best of luck. And again, I apologize for the music. I somehow just never realized that it came across that way, but in any event, I thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Susan. Everyone in the chat is saying thank you as well.
Oh, great. Thank you all. Thank you.
Cheryl says Tai Chi is always a favorite of mine.
Oh, good. Me too.
Be well, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.